Hi, I'm Jay Bradley from the American College of Wealth. I'm here with my usual panel of experts. We've got Ray Dalglish, we've got Nancy Tufel, Riley Hurley and Fred Brathwaite. Ray, why don't you give people a quick background on yourself? I know you went down and started in the stock market back in the late 70s.
Yeah, thanks, Jay. I joined the Sydney Stock Exchange in 1979 working on the trading floor as an operator, and not long after that I became a registered options market maker. In the early 80s I had the opportunity to introduce the first interbank broker on the foreign exchange market, and by the mid-80s I saw a pressing need for my clients to learn about the markets and how to make money. So I became the first person in Australia to start educating the public on how to trade, particularly in shares and options, to make money. And I've been doing that for 27 years.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, Nancy, you went down to the stock market in the 1980s to make a name for yourself. Can you give us a bit of a background?
Sure, Jay, thank you. I started my Wall Street career in 1982. At Smith Barney, I was the number 2 broker out of 12,000 at one point. I managed high net worth individuals and some celebrities as well, their portfolios. And I went on after that to be the director of operations for the securities division of MetLife. So all encompassing, I had 25 years of Wall Street experience.
Wow. Okay. Riley, you're one of the youngest panelists. You, your background as well. You're like the foot soldier that's been doing it day in, day out for the last 5 years or so. Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit over 5 years now. Just really just day in, day out, like you said. Whether it be real estate investments, investment in the stock market, dealing really with a lot of people that are just first starting, especially my generation as well, because it's not very popular for people in the Y generation to go through and start investing. Maybe
Sure.
It's something you try to do when you're older, but how to set yourself up now, take advantage of the experts in this field and also the new technologies that have come out. So really just helping people get started and make money and also maintain it. So
Fantastic,
yeah.
fantastic. And Fred, you've your background, you've been, I suppose, since the 90s you've been in investments.
Yes, primarily in the real estate market, helping investors find their dream vacation homes in the United States, also internationally.
Yep.
In addition to that, helping find opportunities in distressed properties
Okay.
worldwide.
And when did you start in that?
Back in 1994.
Fantastic, okay. So there you have it, that's our panel of experts. Okay, so another question we get asked here is, how do I get involved in the US stock market? How do I get into the US stock market? I'm going to throw this one out to Nancy. You probably get the most experience in the US stock market here. How do people get involved in the US stock market?
Sure. I believe that you have to first determine what your goals are. Most people have both short and long-term goals. For example, a short-term goal could be your child, saving for your child's wedding, saving for your child's education. A long-term goal could be your retirement. Okay, so once you've established those goals, then you have to take steps to find out what your budget is for each one of those goals.
Okay, so budgeting, making sure, so to get started in the stock market, you say don't do anything till you've planned it out, till you've made a map, till you know what you're getting in for.
Oh, absolutely. You
Yeah.
can't just go in blind, because that's the surefire way to failure. So
Okay.
you have to plan, you have to budget, and you have to set your goals.
And I think, Nancy, also anyone can do it. This is not just for a privileged few, is it?
Absolutely. You know, it's very interesting, but when I first started out, there was something called the DRIP program, which is a dividend reinvestment program, and that's how really people were able to save in order to reinvest their money in stocks. And what happens is you buy a stock, and instead of taking the dividends in cash, okay, you have that cash reinvested in the stock. So in essence, what you're doing is you're earning more shares with the dividend program. In order to do that these days, it's so easy. You know, like you said, anybody can just buy a stock and set it up so that their dividends are being reinvested within the stock. Anyone can do it. However, you do need to know, you do need to have training, you do need to know what the market is all about.
I agree. And Riley, what's your thoughts? I mean, how do you get started in the US stock market as a young person from Gen Y?
Well, I mean, it's not something that you just want to go and throw money at. That's why 95% of the people that go as first-time investors actually lose money. Really, would you dive into a swimming pool that had no depth markers and it was dark out? No, you wouldn't. So why do that with your money? When you actually can see and know and understand the market by either setting up a plan or having someone guide you through it, that's the best way to get started. Because really your pitfalls and your learning experience, if you're doing it on your own, is going to cost you a lot of money, and there's no reason for that. So, yeah.
Okay, so look, thank you. Great answers from Nancy, Ray, and Raleigh. How to get started in the US stock market? Well, the best way to get started is to make sure you have a plan before you go in. So look, there's plenty more answers to more frequently asked questions. Please check out the link below. They're yours for free. There's 20 to 30 of them. But just click on the link below. Thanks. So Raleigh.